How's it going, everyone? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're gonna look at the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, Tanooki Mario from Jack's Toys. Okay, everyone, so this will be my 5th unboxing and review of the 6-inch Super Mario Bros. Movie figures. If you want to see the previous 4, I have them uploaded on my channel, so be sure to check that out. So right now, this can be found at Target stores. The price point is $19.99, like the rest of the figures, which I think is extremely affordable for everything that you're getting in this 6-inch figure. Right now, these are only being found at Target stores. It doesn't mean it's an exclusive, it just seems to show up there first. We know the previous 4 figures were showing up at Walmart stores, so there is a good chance that these will be hitting Walmarts as well. Alongside of this wave, we have Kamek, Peach with her riding gear, and Cat Mario. Like the first 4 figures, this Mario has the realistic eyes, 15 points of articulation, and the super leaf. As always, here is the barcode and the Target DPCI to help you track this down in store. Right now, as I'm filming this, all 4 figures are in stock on the Target app. Here we have Mario out of the packaging. Figure looks great overall. You can see there's a lot of texture to give the resemblance of like fur throughout the entire body. The figure itself is pretty sturdy and it's got a nice little bit of weight to it. Of course, the tail is included. It does have some articulation, just a basic swivel joint. There are some toe joints there, and they painted both sides of the super leaf, which looks great. Very happy to have this. Something I noticed right away is our Tanooki Mario has more of that glossy look to the face, whereas our original Mario has more of that matte finish, which gives it a more realistic look. I'm not sure why they went with this on the Tanooki Mario. I think maybe it has something to do with the overall painting of this figure. Maybe they couldn't make it as matte as they wanted to, but that's not really a deal breaker or anything like that. It's just something that I noticed. And while I'm here, let's do a height comparison. So there's definitely some differences between the two. So our standard Mario rings in at 5 inches, and our Tanooki is about just under 5.5. So I think we're done with this Mario for now. Let's get a good close-up of our Tanooki Mario. So like the rest of the figures, it has those realistic eyes, which they executed very well. Even when I turn from side to side, you can see that the eyes are basically following you. Some may call it creepy. I think it's amazing innovation. Here you can also get a better look at that glossy appearance of the face. Now, if that is something that bothers you, a very quick fix is to tape over the eyes and probably the rest of the head right there, and you can spray the face down with a matte finish. This is something that you can find at like Michael's Arts and Crafts stores. That will bring back that more matte, realistic finish to the face. In fact, I have some right here which I did pick up from Michael's. It is a Krylon UV resistant clear matte finish coating. Make sure it is clear, otherwise you're going to mess up the figure. I guess the front doesn't show that it's matte, but if you check the barcode, it'll say resistant matte. So while we're here at the head, let's take a look at that articulation. The head is on a ball joint. You can move from side to side, no problem. You can spin it all the way around. Unfortunately, Mario does not have the capability to be looking forwards wherever he is flying. But like I said, it is on a ball joint, so if you wanted to just display this figure only and kind of like putty it up or something like that, you can make it work. You would just have to find some way to keep the head stationary on the body. So we'll pop that right back on. At the shoulders, it looks like we have a hinge joint on both sides as well as a swivel, so we can bring up both shoulders about this high, so greater than 90 degrees, which is awesome. We can also take them and spin them around. The elbows also have the same treatment with those 2 joints, so we can bring it forward about maybe a little less than 90 degrees, and then we can take the rest of the arm and spin it around. When we get to the hand and wrist, it seems like the only joint that is there is a swivel joint, so we can take the wrist and spin that around also. When it comes to the torso, there is one joint there, which is a swivel, and you can take his body and spin it all the way around. Moving a little bit down, we have, looks like a ball joint on both legs, so Mario can not quite do the splits, but that's okay because I can't do the splits either. We can bring those legs on inwards. He can move them forward. Can't quite get into a full, maybe you can get into a seated position. You just have to kind of separate the legs a little bit more, just because the nature of the fur and the design gets in the way, so he can't go like a full seated with his legs parallel together. but that's fine because I wouldn't really put him sitting in anything as it is. From there, we have our standard hinge joints on the back, which is essentially like your break in the knee, and both legs can articulate less than 90 degrees, but still a decent amount of range of motion. And finally, we have our last joint here at the legs, and it is a hinge joint, which is new because the rest of the figures all have a ball and socket at their ankles that gives them like a little bit of a rocker joint. But this was implemented to give the appearance that Mario is actually flying in the Tanooki suit. And overall, even though the head doesn't tilt backwards, I mean, it still looks good. It still gives us some great character. And now our last articulated joint is going to be the little tail. Like I said earlier, it is a basic swivel, so you can take it and spin it around. There's no movement or articulation going upwards or downwards, which that's okay. I mean, for $20, you're getting a lot of details and a lot of articulation for this figure. And overall, I think the sculpting looks great. And before we wrap up, we'll do a quick comparison of the rest of the figures that have been released. So far, this is the only one that I have from Series 2. It was the only one actually available for order pickup on the Target app, but I will eventually get the rest in the wave. Alright friends, that's going to wrap up this review and unboxing of the new 5-inch Super Mario Bros. Movie, Tanooki Mario. I really like what Jax has done with these figures. They really hit the ground running with the articulation and the sculpting. They've also made these affordable at $20. You're getting a whole lot of figure for that price point. What I like the most about this figure is not only the articulation and the sculpting, but the appearance of Mario. They combined his look from the movie and also how we see him in the games. So that right there is a big win for this figure. The only area that I feel like is lacking is just movement in the head to be able to allow Mario to look forward. But it's not a make or break it for this figure. He still looks good in that flying position. But that's it everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, is this a figure you will be picking up, or do you prefer one of the other ones in Series 2? Be sure to find me on Instagram to stay up to date when new things drop, like this Tanooki Mario. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of it, be sure to like and subscribe. It is free, and we will see y'all in the next video.